Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're new to the channel, what I do is this is the introduction. You will see this on all of the astrological signs. So don't think that I'm just repeating myself here. Well, I am, but I'm tagging this on to the beginning of all of the signs. This is where we go through some of the overview of what's going on in the world, and I do a short reading also for more of the universal energies. But if you want to go right to the your reading, then over there in that description over there should be the timestamp, and you can just pop over. Or if you cross-watch, you can do that. Cross-watching is for like your Venus, your Mars, ascending, rising, moon energies, Jupiter energies. Anyway. Because this is Monday through Thursday, I use my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I then pull one from my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I've started using still can't remember who these are, my Inspirational Wisdom cards, and this is from Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And then I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this introduction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull and use some cards from my Waite Rider tarot card, and we're going to go back to Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. Now, I've prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, but my job is just to deliver the message. Try not to get too much in the way of it. But let's go back. I did post some of my, I did post today the planetary movements for Libra. Now, I posted that with a link. Actually, I put it in my blog, always still that I have a blog, and I'm trying to do better with it. But I put it in my blog on my website, Divine Destiny with Debbie. And, and I put the links in the community page and, Instagram, and also in Facebook. So I'm going to just read from the beginning of this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But the veil between the physical and metaphysical world is thinning. The dimensions are overlapping along with timelines. Very much, there's a lot of things going on in this world that we cannot explain, but yet can be explained when we look at the stars, when we look at when we go through meditation, but we will not know everything, okay? I once asked, well, why couldn't I know a little bit more? I asked higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, and I was basically told if I knew more, then I would never get out of bed. So lots of changes in the planetary movement this month. The pressure is on as Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn slow down to go direct. Think how diamonds are made. Also, Jupiter retrogrades back into Pisces, where that is, Jupiter, the planet of largesse, and Pisces is the dreamer, is the deep subconscious. So going back to what is it that you've been wanting? What is it that you've been wishing? But Mars will stay in Gemini, as it will for a couple of more months, but it does that by retrograding right before All Hallows Eve. So there's a lot of mystical energies around Halloween, All Hallows Eve, the All Saints Day too. But remember, everything that can be done for evil, we do for light, we do for good, okay? So remember, when the planets retrograde or go direct, there is a shadow period. So that is where the energies are mixed and amplified. It's kind of like a push-pull, okay? So some of the energies are pushing you back, but at the same time, some of the energies are pushing you or pulling you forward. So Mercury, it goes direct on the 2nd of October, but it has a 14 to 17 day retrograde shadow. Pluto, the post shadow, will be here because Pluto will be going direct this month also. But the shadow period will be there until the 29th of January. And Saturn, the post shadow period, will be there until the 26th of January. So we've got some interesting stuff going on. But the planets, they appear to be going backwards, where it's not supposed to really be happening that way. It's more supposed to be an illusion. But the energies are really, you know, they slow down at this point, or they appear to slow down. And this is where it's like the attention is all on us. And I told you that Mars, the pre-shadow, and I didn't really even realize this, but the pre-shadow zone started September 3rd. I did send you a link. I did put in my little thing a link where you can find that information. I know enough to be a little dangerous with the astrology per se, but I do depend on the people that know a little bit more. But what I do is when I see these things, I interpret them. I tell you what I am feeling with this. Mine is more, like I said, I'm an intuitive channeler. I connect with higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, whoever that is that you want to say. I say God, Source, Holy Spirit. But let's see what we have. Okay, cards are falling out already. Let's see what higher power, and when cards fall out, we're going to listen to them. We're going to pick them up, and as I get smaller. Anyway, let's see. What does higher power want to tell us about this week? And if you really think about it, and I know I didn't tell you though what one other thing I wanted to let you know too. We have I told you the 2nd, Mercury goes direct. On the 8th, Pluto goes direct. Now Pluto is the, so it's really in a very slow motion right now. So it's really putting a lot of pressure. Pluto, the planet of destruction, the planet of transformation, which is in Capricorn, which is all about your home, your life, your earth energies. So let's see what we have going on here. We got a bunch of cards that want to be seen. And when they want to be seen, we're going to see them. Now, these are the ones that fell out. I know that we do have a major arcana. I do not know what we have down there yet. But let's go on and see here. Let's see what we've got. This is the card that flew out. First card is the Queen of Cups. Now, all of the court cards have a dual energy, okay? Pages, base energy is our earth, and that is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career, tangible energy. Knights, the base energy is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. You know, passionate, burning, determined. Sometimes it can burn hot, sometimes it can burn very brightly too. Now, our Queen's energy is water. Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fluid, emotional, but very, very spiritual too. And then our King energy, and it's interesting that we have both, is our swords, or our air energy. It is our Aquarius, it is our Gemini, and it is our Libra energy. So it's thought processes, thinking things through, making plans. It's also about hearing some news. So there could be some news coming around from possibly this king. So going back to this now, the secondary energy, or the energy that overlaps this, is whatever the card, the card designation is. So this is the Queen of Cups. Cups is water energy again. So this is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, very, very spiritual energy, very loving energy in many ways. Can be a little bit too much in your business energy, can be a little bit too emotional also. It all depends on what pops next to it, but this is a very loving energy. This is a very caring energy. This is that feminine energy out into that universe that wants people to be taken care of, be loved, and just really cares for them in more ways than you can even say. So we have something going on. Now we do have this queen, and she's holding a chalice. Now many times over, but yet the chalice that's an interesting chalice, isn't it? Because it has something actually coming out of this chalice. So here we have something that can be very spiritual, very holy in many ways, but I'm not quite sure. I've never really looked at it to the point where I'm looking and there's these dark winged energies around it, Now next time I read with the Queen of Cups, she could mean something totally different. And I'm also looking at her face, and she looks very sternly at this. I feel like she does not like what she's seeing. So something very spiritual, but yet there's some dark energies around the spirituality. But she herself, and like I said, she's looking at it very sternly. She herself will, do what Queen of Water does. She's going to pray. She's going to meditate. She's going to really be very careful and very loving. And love and light does have a strong effect. Especially, dark cannot be where light is. Okay, so now we're going to just take these as they are. We come to the King of Swords. Now again, Swords is air energy, and the King of Swords, underlying energy, the King is actually, air energy too. So Aquarius, Libra, and it's also Gemini. So we have a lot of, what is it? Saturn is going direct. Gemini, like I said, Mars in Gemini, that's going to make some changes, and that's going to be pretty forceful, but that's towards the end of the month. But the King of Swords is the ruler, is very linear, is very powerful, very thinks things through, okay? The King of Swords really does not deviate from right or wrong. So there is something here. There's a powerful ruling energy here, and it's really looking at what is right, what is wrong. Now, we come here. This one is reversed. So let's go here. So I don't want to see. Oh, okay. So here we have the Two of Swords. Now remember, numbers have meanings also. So twos are crossroads choices. It's also decisions. We can be blinded. We can pretend that we don't see. But actually, it's all a pretense. This is an illusion. So there is a decision that that the world has to make, but we know the answer already. We know there's two things. We know the answer, but we also know which way we're going to go. Now, sometimes which way we're going to go is not the true answer, but part of that can be delusion too. So something interesting with that. Now, I think that the new moon. I'm sorry, the full moon. I think the full moon is coming. When is that coming? The 9th? The 9th maybe? It'll be in Aries. So interesting things going on here. She has decisions to make. I do feel like this is a choice between, again, the Saturn thing going on. And yes, I've been harping on Saturn in Aquarius since it went there, even before it went there. Saturn in Aquarius has always been, to me, about illusion versus truth. So it's kind of like, which way are you going to go? And I also, the double-edged swords, that's coming to me too. Now, we have the Page of Pentacles. So we have the Page, again, underlying energy is work, job, career. It is our earth energy. The Page, the Pentacles in itself is earth energy. I'm kind of getting, so money, job, career. Pages are very enthusiastic. Pages are going after what they really want. This is, this page is looking at the Pentacles, at the Pentacle in his hand. He's kind of admiring it. He's kind of really putting a lot of his energy into this. He's going to go after whatever it is that's going to work for him. Okay? Now, the thing is, again, no matter what's going on in the universe, we do have our lives to live. And, so even if you don't feel like there's a way to make money, there are ways. Now, I can't tell you per se all the ways, but, again, many times over, when I have a bill I can't pay, when I have, a mortgage coming up, I give this to God, higher powers, Holy Spirit. And I tell you, I have had miracles happen financially. So the page is kind of looking at this in a little bit of an awe and a little bit of a, just kind of a, yes, I want more of what you are. Okay, so then let's see what this major arcana is. Okay, not a bad one. So we have another 2, and this is the High Priestess. Again, 2s are choices. Decisions. It could also be coupling. Now, the High Priestess, she is like the oracle. She is like the one that connects. Now, we can also be our own oracle. We can also be our own connection. The High Priestess will give you the information that you need for whatever it is that you need. Again, great meditation, prayers, however that is for you. I do a lot of it in my car. Hey, what's going on here? Or what can I learn? What can I know? But again, just as I said earlier with the High Priestess, they won't give you higher powers, whoever this is, your spirit guides will only give you what you can handle. Now, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want, that's a little bit too much too, but will only give you what you can handle. Now, I am looking at that, I don't know what this B and the J, I do know that it is, it does have I do know what it means biblically per se, but I'm feeling like there's something very, very interesting in our time right now. Okay, so there is this, is this between black and white? Is this, between, this is one way, this is the other? Is this Saturn versus, Saturn in Aquarius? It could be all of the things, but I do feel like the pillars, the pillars have a lot of interesting energy around. So, but she will only give you what you can handle. Sometimes she can stretch you because she believes that you can handle a little bit more, but she won't give you more than that too. So interesting stuff. Not quite, there's a lot of ruling energy here. There's a lot of spiritual energy here. There's a lot of, making decisions on our own, kind of, which way, again, which way are we going to go? There is the right way, but then there's also the way we choose. And there is this energy about just kind of looking at the pentacle and saying, I really feel, I want more of you. So, but again, the High Priestess is, is their feminine energy, and we do have, it's interesting, feminine energy. We do have a good masculine energy, though, to balance each one out. But the King of Swords, I do feel, has this ruling energy. Does have this something with the King of Swords. He's not necessarily kind, but he will be just. Okay. Now, this is where I say, please let me know what you're thinking about this. Please let me know how this reads to you. Anyway, let's see what we've got going with the good tarot cards. Okay, we've got two that just flipped. Don't know what they are either, but they want to come and be seen. So let's see. First card is the 10 of Air. I love the 10 of Air energy again. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 10 is a transition. Now, transitions doesn't mean that it's an easy transition, but it does mean that something is changing. And all of these planets are, are in some form of a change. Now, I think that, there's the planets that haven't gone direct, they're going to be, and in the next 3 to 4 months, they will also be changing too. So your thought processes, your hearing news, how you're making your plans are changing. So there is a change. The other thing about the 10 of Air is the 10 of Air does say that you're leaving something behind that has not been good for you, and you are moving into something that will be that much better for you. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be easy, but it doesn't mean that but it does mean just, hold on. Things are changing for the better. Next card. That one is reversed. This is another major arcana. We did have the Fool for an introduction a couple of introductions ago. So here we have the Fool. The Fool is a 0. 0 is a God source number, God source energy number. The Fool has to have blind trust. The Fool doesn't know why they're going on the path that they're going, and sometimes doesn't know what they're even doing. Just knows it has to be done, and they just have to have faith. They have to believe in themselves. They have to believe in something bigger than themselves also, and they have to have blind trust. So, interesting with that energies, all of that. Tell me what you think that means. So we have a couple of the 2s. And then we have a couple of the 0s. And we have that 1, which is a new beginning. So there's a lot of mystical energies here. There's a lot of ruling energies here. But there's also some decisions that we're going to have to make, or the world is making in some ways for us also. There's some money energy here, kind of like, I want more. So Let me know, everyone, what you're thinking, okay, about this. And, you know, we're going to be starting the videos, your videos soon. But also take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, comment. Let me know what this means to you. And let's start the videos.